Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. As always, it is Nick here, back with your daily crypto news and analysis. And I do hope all of you that are new to the channel, by the end of this video, you do learn something, or maybe you just enjoy the video and you do become a subscriber as well. We have a lot to talk about. And when it comes to Hedera, when it comes to HBAR, we are starting to see some very big news announcements around Hedera, especially when it comes to a lot of the expansions that are happening. But first, we have to talk about the price action because the market is having a nice little sell-off, and we did hit 40 cents just recently, and now we are trading under 30 cents. Now, you could look at this as an opportunity, or you could be fearful and just not buy any HBAR until, things are much higher. Because, again, I do expect this market to wake up in a big way this year, and I am treating a lot of these major sell-offs where people start panicking a bit on X and even in the comments as opportunities in disguise. Now, as we do look at HBAR right now, current market cap roughly 10.5 billion, fully diluted value almost 13.8 billion. I am expecting HBAR to run quite heavily this cycle. I mean, even a 5x from here would be very good, but I am still looking for that $2 target when it comes to HBAR this cycle. And it could definitely run much higher, but right now I am looking at this space and I am seeing opportunities across the board. Now, at the current moment in time that I am recording this video, we have Bitcoin trading just under 99K. Fear and greed almost down to, well, it's actually at 47, so it's almost getting to the fearful levels. And most of the altcoin market is having a nice sell-off across the board. Now, like I said, you could either be fearful during this event or you could treat these events as opportunities in disguise. I've always told you guys that, even if you look at Bitcoin and you go back to the all-time chart and you look at the candles and we go back here to like 2021, I know that you can't see it in here, but there was a lot of sell-offs even in the middle of that bull run, and those were opportunities in disguise. Yet a lot of people started to buy when things were very, very euphoric. So it's up to you guys, obviously, on what you want to do, but I am looking at this while we do chop as an opportunity for a lot of altcoins. Now, to mix in a little bit of some bad news, Serio Finance, and we got to address this because I'm sure that a lot of you out there might have jumped in on Serio. So the AI and DeFi convergence on Hedera, Serio Finance, did launch. Now, on top of it launching, there was malicious transactions on their protocol, and it definitely did affect the HBAR pool. There was a lot of people that got drained. There's a few people that lost their HBAR, and this is definitely a very concerning event. And we did get an update that they did contact local authorities. They're tracking the hacker's transaction history. They're going through a lot of this in terms of, trying to prevent the hacker from moving any stolen funds. So we're definitely watching this closely to see, the updates, because we even have down here that we recognize that this is a significant loss for the entire community and our team. Many people lost their savings or left their jobs to work full-time on Serio, and now they're left without employment. So this is definitely a horrible event, but this is, this is crypto. I hate to just be that guy and say, well, this is crypto, but we are very early on, and these types of situations do happen quite a bit. It's something that is not good, obviously. I'm hoping that Serio Finance does bounce back, and I do hope that they make whole those that did lose funds. Hopefully we can get those transactions, or not the transactions, but those funds back from the hacker, and a lot of these transactions could be blocked in terms of preventing the hacker from moving any of those funds off chain, because that would be a very, very significant loss. So let's hope for the best. I'm going to be watching and keeping you guys posted when it comes to Serio Finance, but this is definitely a horrible situation. There was, at one point in time, I know that this is saying about roughly, like $2.45 million in terms of TVL on Serio. I want to say that there was a lot more, money. I think that it was up to actually $12 million at one point in time, and as you guys can see, we are down to about $112,000. This is definitely not a good event, and I'm hoping that Serio Finance does bounce back. Now, you might be wondering, well, what does this mean for Hedera? Hedera is really not affected. This is just Serio Finance, a protocol within the Hedera ecosystem that did get exploited. So It's horrible to see. But on top of that, we do have some good news around the DeFi space. Bonzo actually just hit over 50 million plus, ranking it the number 3 protocol on Hedera and 47 across all lending protocols in Web3. And this is a massive, massive move. They did say that they're on their way to 100 million, and I do believe that they will hit 100 million pretty quick. They did hit about 57 million earlier on the 31st. And we have Bonzo Finance has surged past 56.7 million in TVL with a 6 million plus spike in just 24 hours. As the liquidity layer of Hedera, Bonzo is rising fast and now ranks among the top 50 in Web3 lending. We could actually see over here the spike all the way up to about 56 million. Now it is dropping down about 42, almost roughly $1 million. But the fees annualized and, just the amount here tied to this, it's very significant. Even revenue, almost $300,000 per year. And we also have those fees, about $828,000, which is lovely to see. You can actually see the fees, the revenue, the borrowed amounts as well here in terms of the weekly stages. Love to see this. This is actually very, very good. And by the way, in terms of those developers and the developer commits, you could actually see this thing on the monthly. Very significant amount of devs. I know that it might not seem like a lot, but hey, weekly commits about 21. Very good to see. It means that we are still seeing a lot of building happening around Bonzo. And by the way, this is one of my favorite platforms within the Hedera space, and I have been following Bonzo even prior to them launching, and they have been a crucial piece of the DeFi space. And by the way, big shout out to BM Gentile Brady, who is one of the main creators behind Bonzo. He has been doing a very, very incredible job, and he's been around the Hedera ecosystem for a very long time. So love to see Bonzo thriving. And outside of that, right, if we go back to Hedera, so let's go back to the Hedera side of things, because they have been doing very good. Let's go back to the chains section. And let's scroll down to Hedera, because Hedera has been growing significantly in terms of TVL. Probably dropped a bit on this recent market drop as well. But we could see Hedera still sitting at about roughly $300 million. It did hit about 400 and almost $3 million. We could see Bonzo, number 3 on the list. Saucer Swap still around like 100 and almost 14 million. Outside of that, there has been some big players moving up the list in terms of the Hedera DeFi ecosystem. I'm definitely going to be watching closely to see some new names coming to Hedera, but outside of just DeFi itself, I'm very excited for institutional DeFi, and that's most likely going to be happening through names like Scintilla. And for those that actually don't know about Scintilla, this is that project behind DLA Piper. DLA Piper is the one that actually created this. This was originally Toko. If you guys do know, you know. But DLA Piper is one of the largest players out there, guys. This is one of the largest law firms, and they have over almost $4 billion in terms of revenue, and this goes back to 2022. This is one of the biggest law firms in the world, and they did launch Toko, which did merge into Scintilla. And we have here driving enterprise tokenization with Hedera. Our collaboration with Hedera is transforming how enterprises approach tokenization. Scalable infrastructure for real-world assets, enhanced transparency through public ledgers, unmatched speed and the energy efficiency. Together, we're setting the standard for compliant enterprise-grade tokenization solutions. And if we go over here to their website, we have bringing RWA investments into the digital age with compliance at the core. And within this, we have fully regulated by Vera, Virtual Assets Regulatory Authority, and of course their partners, Vera, DLA Piper, PwC, the HBAR Foundation, Hedera Algorand, and also DLT Science Foundation. And I love these connections between like Algorand, Hedera, even with like Archix, for an example. You have Hedera, Ripple, Algorand, and a few other players as well. But this has basically all those services that you need in terms of the tokenization lifecycle. And this is one of the biggest names out there because it is right behind DLA Piper, and they have been expanding rapidly and becoming a very big name around the tokenization space. So definitely focus on this one because even if you go to the use cases tab, we could see what they are fully focused on here. I mean, this is basically everything that you can think about when it comes to tokenization. And we could also see the benefits being announced down here in terms of the efficient user-centric design, scalable development, quality tested MVP, and even the technology integration. And I do think that this is the start of seeing like the whole law firm side of things being, tokenized. We also see efficiencies being achieved as well. So we're definitely watching to see what Scintilla does within the Hedera ecosystem, because I am expecting tokenization to become absolutely massive on Hedera. Now, on top of that, we also saw a very big partnership announced, which was KPMG India. The Hashgraph Group and KPMG India have partnered to drive enterprise blockchain adoption using Hedera's DLT platform. Together, we'll deliver enterprise-grade solutions for a decentralized Web3 economy. Now, for those that don't know, KPMG is a big player, especially around the enterprise side of things. And we have here from KPMG India, and the Hashgraph announced a strategic alliance aimed at accelerating the impact and enterprise adoption of blockchain and DLT across industry sectors, leveraging Hedera's platform capabilities and its enterprise-grade DLT network. Have you guys noticed the trend here? Enterprise adoption, even Scintilla, transforming how enterprises approach tokenization. The whole focus here is enterprises. But if we go and look at the full breakdown, we have KPMG in India collaborates with the Hashgraph Group AG to drive enterprise blockchain adoption, leveraging Hedera's DLT technology. And if we scroll down, we could see a few things. Now, number one, when it comes to DLT, we know that this is going to completely affect every single industry, every single sector out there. I do think that it really kind of starts with forging a path with some of these other big household names like KPMG. And Hedera really kind of creating these connections solidifies Hedera's name in this space. I really do think that Hedera is going to be a blue chip. It's going to be a household name. I've always said that since going all the way back to 2021. And even today, I believe that even more now than ever before. But we have here a few quotes from KPMG themselves. We are excited to join forces with the Hashgraph Group to build innovative digital ledger technology-led tools and enable digital transformation for our clients. This alliance is built on a shared vision of empowering businesses to harness the power of DLT, unlocking new opportunities and creating lasting value. On top of that, we have down here, to this effect, this strategic alliance is expected to combine KPMG and India's extensive expertise in the area of advisory and consulting services with Hedera's leading DLT platform to create robust, secure, and energy-efficient decentralized solutions that can be easily, safely, and seamlessly integrated. The alliance could also look at addressing critical challenges and enterprise needs in areas such as digital identity, digital product passport, sustainability, supply chain management, and asset tokenization, as well as more. So this is not just a small use case. This is basically everything, because all of those challenges of the enterprise side could be addressed through Hedera. And we also have a quote from the Hashgraph themselves. This strategic alliance with KPMG in India represents a pivotal moment in combining the strengths of a leading professional services firm with the technological power of Hedera as the world's leading layer 1 protocol to enable organizations with Hedera-powered post-quantum enterprise solutions. We are excited to embark on this joint go-to-market journey with KPMG in India and look forward to empowering businesses to compete in the Web3 economy. Very good stuff. Now, also, we have a quote. Today, blockchain technology has the potential to revolutionize various sectors by providing secure, transparent, and efficient solutions. Our alliance with the Hashgraph Group is expected to enable us to offer our clients immense value and drive innovation in the digital economy enabled by blockchain technology. Guys, we are going to see some very big moves made here. And we also have one last quote from the Hashgraph Group. Having spent a large part of my professional career with KPMG in India, I am delighted to have facilitated this important collaboration. India is emerging as the world's #1 destination for Web3, and the strategic alliance will establish Hedera as the preferred DLT protocol for governments and enterprises. We have already made significant inroads through our local presence in India and expect to scale massively over the coming years. So we are going to see some very big moves with this partnership, along with all of the other ones that Hedera has inked. Guys, Hedera is one of these key players that everyone should be focused on. I really do, think that we have such a huge opportunity in front of us. This market right now is trading around a $3.35 trillion market cap. That is absolutely nothing close to where this space, in my opinion, is headed, especially with tokenization, utility, and all of these big moves being made around the Web 2 and enterprise/financial side of things. Because again, the biggest names out there that have trillions on top of trillions tied to them are now talking about how innovative and disruptive this tech is. And what does that tell you? They are going to be early adopters of it, early pushers of it. And, I do think that this space is set to grow insanely fast over the next couple years. And I do think that Hedera is going to be one of those big players moving, growing, and also becoming very valuable very fast. So with that being said, I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys did, definitely leave a like, subscribe, turn notifications on because more free content. You guys are more than welcome to follow me on Twitter and join the free Discord in the description below. And with that being said, guys, it's been Nick. Thanks for watching. Peace out.